All right, y'all, it's the Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast.
And we're back. What's up, guys? We're joined today by the wonderful Mikey Thatcher. What's going on, Mikey?
Not much. What's going on with you? How are you?
Dude, I'm fantastic. It has been a minute. It has been a minute since we got to chat,
dude.
So I'm excited to have you on.
Close to a year, huh? Close to a year.
Yeah, man. We've chatted a little bit here and there through text message and everything, and I've popped into your podcast streams and whatnot, and it's been too long. I miss seeing you, man. I miss
you too, man. Same.
Feel the love. Nice to meet you finally.
You too, brother. You too, bro. Yeah, lots changed, bro. I got long hair now.
I know, dude. I was seeing the videos and I was thinking to myself, my God, that looks so baller. I might have to get myself a little undercut.
Bro, I was gonna say that is that where that came from? Because you were just talking about that.
Yeah. I was just talking to Justin about that before you joined in, man.
You'd rock that shit.
I'm trying to talk him into the mullet. I mean, that's in now.
I can't do it.
Got the perfect hair for it.
Can't do it, bro. It's not me.
Yeah, it's too much. But everybody, thank you all for joining us. Thanks for coming and checking out the Nonsense and Deep Thoughts podcast. This is Mikey Thatcher. For those of you who don't know, Mikey is big into the movement on TikTok for body positivity and the mental health movement. This guy is full of positivity. His posts are amazing. His videos are great. If you have not checked this guy out over on TikTok, make sure you do. So, Mikey, I guess, I kind of pre-warned you, but we'll start there. We'll start there with the TikTok thing, because that is a big part of who you are and what you're doing right now. It's how you get your message out. What got you started on TikTok? What made you decide I'm going to hop on this app and I'm going to just put some shit out there?
COVID. I mean, like most people, COVID was you were bored, and then I just started making stupid videos, and then one hit hard, man, and that was the actually the one where I was yelling at the screen, telling people to stop fat shaming, and it went from there. And I mean, I have amazing opportunities coming up for body positivity, which I'm super stoked for, and then my dancing, and people are like, oh, you have so much courage and all this stuff. And I try to tell people, like, it's not, I'm just being me. Like, that's all you have to do is be you, and don't worry about other people.
I do have to say, those dance moves, I'm quite jealous, man. I'm like, fuck, I wish I could dance like that.
Dude, you hit it, man. It's that one video in particular. What's the song you rock? That's like the Mikey Thatcher song, dude.
Alexa,
yes.
Play lip gloss.
Fucking, I love it, man.
Yep.
That is the best one. Did you expect any of it? You're a regular guy like us. Do you ever expect something like that cool to happen to you, where it's like your silly video that you didn't think anything of is just gonna pop?
No, because that's not the one I wanted to blow up. It's never the one.
Yeah.
No, I didn't expect it at all. I mean, hell, when that video blew up, I got put on Perez Hilton's Instagram. He asked me if he could use my post. Huge YouTubers asked me if they could put me on their Snapchat story. I'm like, these people were just asking if they could borrow my video, and I'm like, why, dude? It's on a public platform. Like, what are you doing?
You got to respect it, though, right?
I do. Cool. I mean, that's super cool. And I mean, the opportunities it's come from, like, Hey Dude Shoes sent me 2 free pairs of shoes.
That's
fuck, I'm jealous.
Yeah, I got this guy right here, Chunky Pimp, reached out to me and asked me to use his clothes and stuff like that. So I mean, it's opened up doors, and October of next year is the one that's the one I'm looking forward to. I'm getting flown out to LA to run a body positivity campaign.
Really?
So I'm stoked.
That's incredible, man.
That's awesome.
So last year we were going to be a part of this project with Derek, who was on a few weeks ago with us, where we were going to go to Tennessee and do this shoot and all that. And amongst all that was going on, you started your own little clothing line. How's that been going, man? Do you still have that up? Is that something you want to share with everybody?
Nah, it's not up anymore. It's just
dang.
It didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. You got to really push that stuff, man. And I don't like. I hate pushing stuff down people's throats. Like, hey, buy my shit.
You feel more like a salesman than
exactly.
anything else, and that can definitely be hard. Exactly. I kind of feel like that with the podcast itself. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like that's all I'm doing.
I get it, bro.
But you're very good at pushing it.
That clothing line, man. That was such a great idea too. Maybe in the future it's something you can roll back to.
Yeah,
because I loved that, man. The whole body positivity line. I loved it.
I mean, we got a few pickups, but it wasn't anything crazy because I wanted to take it. I mean, dude, you remember the talks we used to have, like.
Yeah.
Like how far we wanted this to go. Like we were talking about warehouses. Like we would have workers, dude. Like these were legit talks, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything fell apart though. Everything fell apart.
Big dreams though, man. Big dreams though.
Big dreams.
It only takes one of those dreams to hit, just like one video.
Exactly.
That's it.
Dude, I'm trying to find the podcast to watch it.
Well, this podcast, for everybody who is watching now or after the fact, just to let you all know, we are live on Twitch, on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. You can find us on all of those platforms. You can also listen after the fact on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, and more. So you can find it everywhere that you listen or watch. So I think this week we're going to start putting the videos out on Spotify as well. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Spotify has that option now. So I'm stoked.
Is there a way to go live on Spotify though?
No, not that I'm aware of at the moment. We don't have that option right now. So unfortunately, but that's all good. That's all gravy. That post, I was actually, Mikey, I was just looking at that video again before we started this about an hour ago. I went on over to your videos and looked up the one that you were talking about where you were calling people out for fat shaming. At that point, you had already been on the platform for a little bit, and I'm sure you had a ton of supporters, and I'm sure you had some bad shit happen too that led to that, whether it was something that happened to you or someone else. So can you talk about what led you to that video? Like what was the breaking point for you that brought that one on?
Bro, this has been going on since school. It's constant. I mean, it still happens. I mean, I just try to let it roll off of me, and it doesn't bother me that much. I mean, sometimes it hurts. I mean, anything like that shit will get you. You might not show it to everyone, but I mean, when you're alone, you sit there and you dwell in your thoughts. But the breaking point was that day. I mean, honestly, I was sitting at lunch. I was sitting out in my car and scrolling through TikTok, and I mean, when I say 3 or 4 videos in a row was men and women that were overweight that were replying to comments with a video crying their eyes out. I lost a buddy because of this on TikTok because people were fat shaming him in the comments, and I had enough, and I let loose. Let loose. That video went crazy, man. That thing still gets duetted to this day, and it's over a year old.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of power behind that video. I feel like there's a lot of power behind that, and there's a lot of emotion behind that video. So I think that's one that's going to circulate for a long time, and I kind of hope it does.
Same here.
It needs to. Mm-hmm.
I repost it every now and then just to keep it going.
Yeah, keep the message out.
Yeah.
So to keep up with our theme that we had from last week, talking about mental health, you're big on that end on TikTok as well. Do you think that social media in general has a big impact on mental health?
Yeah, mostly in a horrible way. Honestly,
Yeah.
This stuff ruins people. And I made it a point sometimes that, like, let's just say you make a Facebook post, right? And people that love you or like you, they don't like your post, but you see them liking other people's posts. And you're not supposed to be upset about that because it's social media. But I'll tell you right now, you can tell a lot by people just by stuff like that. And people think I'm crazy, but I'm not. I see this stuff all the time, dude.
Yeah, and I will definitely agree with you on that. And it sometimes, I go through the same thing myself, and I try to tell myself, it's the algorithm. It's the algorithm. They're just not seeing my stuff. That's all it is. But then there are other times, like you said, you see people reacting to and interacting with everyone else, and you're like, well, what the hell?
Yeah.
What am I?
100%.
Well, the algorithm has still, I mean, it's got to have something to do with it, because I can scroll through and like shit on all of them. And for the most part, that's what I'm going to continuously see.
Yeah.
Stuff that relates
facts.
to
Yeah,
what
the
I
algorithm.
like.
Yeah, the algorithm. See, everybody talks about shadow banning. I don't think shadow banning is a real thing. I think, like, it's your time for this amount of time, and then they take you off, and it's somebody else's turn for a little bit of time. I really think that's a real thing. But yeah, algorithm. I hate the algorithm right now. My algorithm's garbage, awful. I'm lucky to get like 5,000 to 10,000 views on my videos right now.
Yeah, and you're used to getting tens of thousands, yeah?
Yeah, I'm used to, like, at least, yeah. Yeah.
Now,
it's crazy.
Does the end of COVID have anything to do with that, you think? Now people are getting out more and not stuck at home?
No, dude. People are stuck on this app. They ain't leaving.
I think people are stuck on every app, man. To be honest with you, you see people all the time on their phones, and no shit, man. I drive down the road, and I'm surprised there's not more accidents than there are, because everywhere I go, people are on their damn phones, man. They're always on their phones. People's phones are glued to their hands. There's no way that they're not on these apps and that they're not doing
I don't know.
things.
No, maybe I took a step back from TikTok a little bit, just because they pissed me off by fucking banning that one account. And
shouldn't have smoked a cigarette on your video, damn it.
I'm smoking a fucking
wrong with
cigarette, and it's a light cigarette, so it's all white and it looks like a fucking joint, and I guarantee that's why they banned me. And I just hit like 1,100 fucking followers. I was like, son of a bitch. And I haven't had the want to push a new one.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I get banned on a constant basis.
Dude, what account number are you on right now?
I'm not. No, it's not account numbers. It's like just the length of time I get banned for. Like, right. I'm gonna be really upset if this my main account's almost got 700K on it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be very salty if that account goes.
Is this
I've worked my ass off on this? I'm not. See, the thing is I'll tell you something about me. Is I was never in any of these groups or these families that people are in that gained all their followers from, like, other people being in their videos. I did everything on my own. And I worked my ass off for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be damned if it gets taken away from me for some petty shit because somebody doesn't like something that I said. That's one thing about me, Corey, lately, is I am on the what can we say on here? Can we
anything you want?
You could say whatever you want, brother.
I'm on the give no fuck stage anymore.
That filter's gone.
Yes, I got another one.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, man, because actually I was just talking to someone the other day, and I said, listen, I've been nice to everyone my entire life, and I've hit a point. I've hit it. I don't know if it's just because of my age now or because of everything that's happened in my life. I'm at a point where I just don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't. And I'm with you 100% on that. And there's zero wrong with that in my book. Like, there's only so much you can take, and there's almost only so much nice you can give to people.
I feel like I've tried to tell you for a long time, you can be a good person and not give a shit what people think about you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just be you. Because that's all you need to be is you. Fuck what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
And fuck
For
whose
sure.
feelings you hurt
Yeah.
because of something you say. As long as it's true to you, that's all that matters.
But the thing about that is people put on this persona online, and they get stuck in that persona. And once they reach their breaking point, that real person comes out.
Yes.
And I will
100%.
tell you 100%, dude, like even somebody told, I know for a fact, somebody that became verified and hit a couple million followers. As soon as that happened, now they're an asshole all of a sudden. Doing video replies, making fun of people, all this shit. You were positivity. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
The real people come out, man. Eventually,
Yeah.
it's hilarious, and then you just watch them crash and burn.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And going back to your point before about how you put in so much work and you'll be really salty, like a lot of people see TikTokers and they think that it's just this silly little app, and you're just putting up these stupid videos for nothing, and they don't realize that for an account like yours, there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's not really just making a silly video and posting it, right? Like there's a lot that goes into it, isn't there?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. There's a lot of videos that I do that are like one take, but I mean, one thing about me that I've prided myself on is that you will always know how I'm feeling based on a video that I'm posting. I will do a sad video if I'm very emotional that day. I'll make an angry video if I have something that I need to get off my chest. When I'm happy, you'll see me fucking acting like a fool in my warehouse, dancing and waiting to get caught by my boss.
Who, by the way, follows you on TikTok, yes?
Yeah, she came in my live the other day, and I called her out, and I was like, finally, I'm going to block you. Because TikTok was screwed up, and the usernames were gone, so the real names popped up, and it said her name, and I was like, oh, I found you.
Dude, that's too good. That's too good. I do remember that from when I worked with the same company as you, that you had told me.
TikTok for people like you, Mikey, seems like it's more of a video journal.
Yeah.
Like you said, to let out your emotions of what you're feeling at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So that I respect. There are people who just do what's ever popular to gain follows, to get clout and become verified, and then, like you said, flip the switch and they're an asshole.
The thing that I'm going to tell you, the thing that bugs me is everybody's a mental health advocate. I'm not a mental health advocate. I just do what I do, and it inspires people, and they tell me, "Hey, you've helped me." Like if I'm sitting in somebody's live, yeah, I'm going to be like, "Listen, you're worth it. You're amazing." All this stuff. But I scroll through so many lives now, and everybody's a fucking therapist. Everybody's a therapist now.
So you noticed that.
Bro,
too.
like, what are you doing? You're saying the same things that everyone else is saying. You're not saying anything different, and shit just makes me laugh too.
I think
like you were a drug dealer 5 seconds ago, and now you're telling this person that you can do it. Like, come on, bro, you're a criminal.
I think that's a lot of people chasing after trends and trying to capitalize on trends. I'll probably get crucified for saying that by some people, but that's what I see. I see it all over the place. I see it all over the place on TikTok. I see it all over the place on Twitch. And it's mental health this and safe space that. And I feel like that's just people trying to cater to everyone. Like I'm with you 100%. Like if you see someone struggling, you reach out and all that. But when you see the people that are pushing that as who they are and what they're doing, I think it's them trying to play the trends.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
I think that's what it is.
Well, just
And I
like
think
now, as I scroll through the Facebook Reels or whatever the hell they're fucking called,
Where the fuck are they?
like a month and a half ago, I found this one dude who goes around, I don't know, some city in Canada and helps homeless people. Like, asks them to help him out, and then they help him out, and he turns around and flips it on them and hands him like $1,000.
oh
Now,
yeah, those videos are great. I kind of like those videos.
I see so many of them now, though.
My
Yes.
problem is why do you have to film it?
Right.
That that right there, 100%.
That's my problem. Why do you have to get recognition to do something nice?
Is that who it is, Jared? Jimmy Darts was the original.
Yes. Yes. Well, the reason I think he films it is he gets backed by Cash App to do it. So he
And
gets
that's cool.
funds to go out and help these
Yeah,
people.
Jimmy Darts. Yeah, I know who that is. Can you guys do me a favor real quick and tell me where to find this page on Twitch?
Oh, ours. It's NDT Podcast on Twitch. NDT Podcast.
Looked at that and I can't find it.
And we're live
it's-
there.
It's right there.
There you go. Beauty. But yeah, and Justin, I've noticed that too. And it's the same thing with all the others. It's copycats trying to play off of a trend and get notoriety from it,
Yes.
become famous off of it. And it's cool if you can raise money and help people. But the way that some of these people are going about it is a little crazy to me. And sometimes it can be a little insulting too. Like I've seen a couple of videos where when they go and they ask these people, if they would help them, and if they can't, they're kind of like, they're just complete assholes to them. And they're like, well, I was going to help you out, and now I'm not going to because you couldn't help me. Listen, man, you're asking someone who clearly has no money for themselves if they would help you. Not everybody's going to be able to do this for you. It's just how people are. And to Mikey's point, why do you have to record it? I've always said this about it. Yeah, it's cool to see it. And granted, I think it's really cool to see like when Jimmy Darts does it. And you have people who are genuine about it and really want to help people. But at the same time, put yourself in the shoes of those people who are receiving the help. Like, do you want these cameras in your face?
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine how awkward some of these people feel, man. I can't.
And then my question about it all the time is, aside from that Jimmy Darts, how much of it is actually real?
Oh yeah, no,
like they hand over the cash. How often?
I mean,
do
Jimmy
they shut the
Darts
camera
might
off?
Jimmy Darts might pick these people and then talk to them prior to the video. Like,
true.
I mean,
but
honestly,
then how many people
if you
turn
look at
around
a homeless
and
guy? If you try to go up and surprise them with a video, they're gonna most of the time they're gonna freak the fuck out. Like, he's gonna have to talk to this guy or girl beforehand. Dude, I don't even know if some of these people are homeless half the time.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true too. It still hits the feels though.
Oh no, 100%, bro. That's why I sit there and I'll watch like surprise military homecomings if I want to cry.
Yep. My kid looks at me all the time,
cry,
like, really?
No.
Yep. I'm crying at this video. Stop it,
dude. I've tried to show videos like that to my wife before. I'm like, oh, you got to check this out, and she literally sees the first 5 seconds. She's like, nope, not crying today. Can't do it. Don't want to watch it. Can't do it.
No, but I'm like Mikey. Like, I get those days where I just get that feeling like I need to cry, and that's the shit I go to. Those kind of videos, because I know it'll bring it out.
See, I've never had that feeling, man. I've never had that feeling where I'm like, man, I gotta cry. I gotta do it.
No,
I gotta cry. No, I've never had that. Like anytime I've cried, it's been unexpected and involuntary and uncontrollable.
That's depression.
What's that?
That's depression.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it was last week's episode where we talked about it, and I said I think I've battled it a little bit here and there. I've never been to the point that some people have gotten to where they've said, I don't want to be here. I don't see the point. And I want to end it all. Where I've actually felt like I've wanted to do that. Like I have gotten to the point of saying, what's the point? Like, why am I awake today? Why did I wake up? And I've had those moments. I've had those moments of weakness where I just don't feel like I belong. But I've never gotten to that extreme where I said, this is it. That's the end. I'm done. And I ran into that guy last week, and it just blew me away.
Depression is depression.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how bad it is, it still sucks.
Yeah.
And no, exactly.
Yep, you're right.
Isn't always a suicidal thing. That feeling of just sitting there and out of nowhere you start crying, it's 100% depression, bro. Dude, my anxiety is so bad. The inside of my car, the top of my door panel, the past week and a half, I've ripped it all off.
I saw that video. I saw that video that you posted, and that's a thing with anxiety, right? Like you get these weird little quirks, you get these weird little habits. I remember my mom had anxiety, and she would pick her hang skins in the sides of her fingernails in the cuticles, and she would peel them, and her fucking fingers would start bleeding, man.
That's what mine do. Like, it's all bad. I will
bite
my nails to the point I bleed.
I remember asking myself when I would see her do it, I was like, why is she doing something that clearly hurts? Why would she do this? And it wasn't until I got older that I finally understood, this is something that's kind of uncontrollable. It's like, you can't help this.
Yep. No, I generally give myself probably 1 day a week. 1 day a week, and I'll start to feel it at work. Like, all right, today's the day, and I'll start scrolling through videos as I'm sitting there. And they start popping up. I'm like, all right, this is the morning. I'm going to go home, and it's going to be nothing but these videos, and I'm just going to cry for half an hour, easy. And I do it.
What is it?
Honestly, I've been doing that now probably for like the last year, because I was a lot like you, where it would just come out of the blue, where I'd be scrolling Facebook and just one random video would set it off, but it wasn't that often. And once I realized how good I felt after it, I kind of started letting myself feel when I needed to. And
see, for me, it never really, I don't cry. Every once in a while, like with videos like that, like you're talking about, I might shed a tear or two, or my eyes well up with water and whatnot, but I don't really cry. I've only had that 2 times in my life. Well, in my adult life. As a kid, that's completely different than a kid, but only 2 times as an adult. The first was when my mother died. I kept my composure all day, trying to be the rock for everybody else, and seeing people and greeting people and consoling people. And then midnight that night, I was on the couch, and I was sleeping out there, and it was midnight, and everything, the weight of the entire day hit me, and I sobbed like a child. I had not done that since I was a kid. And,
fucking A, I got that message from you when you were in the hospital. I got the message from you, and I had to turn to my wife at the time, and I lost it instantly.
I don't know how, man. I really don't know how I did it. Thinking back, I don't know how I did it, because I was so close to her, and to go that entire day without losing it, I don't know how I did it. And like I said, the weight of the entire day just hit all at once, and because that was that.
You're there for everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Like that's your go-to. When my grandfather died, I thought I would have been the same way, but when I got to the hospital, he was gone already, and I was actually when I was with EBSCO, and yeah, man, that one fucking hit me hard, man. I like dropped to my knees and just screamed in the middle of the hospital. Like he was my best friend, and but the I get it though. I get the
yeah.
It's like an instinctual thing to react that way, because I remember when Bill passed, and I knew I had to be there for my mom. I didn't let myself lose it while I was around her. She took off down the hospital hallway, and I chased her, just trying to console her and everybody else. And then it was when I got home that I let it go.
Yeah.
So what is it about actually crying and letting out tears that you think is therapeutic, I guess you would say? What is it about that actual action that makes you feel better?
Tell you the truth, I don't even know if it makes me feel better. I just feel like it has to happen.
Yeah.
Because like my biggest thing right now is with my anxiety and depression is I feel like the whole world's against me, and I know they're not. Probably 100% mentally, I understand that it's like not a real thing, and but yeah, that's my biggest problem right now.
Yeah, man, that's what I've struggled with a lot since my school years. That's the anxiety. Like, that's the anxiety I didn't understand until I was an adult. Right there is not so much thinking that the world's against me, but thinking that everyone hates me or dislikes me, nobody likes me, etc. You know, that kind of shit.
You've felt like that since fucking high school.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just didn't
Like-
realize that was anxiety until I became an adult. I just didn't know what that feeling was.
My suggestion to you is fuck it, give it a shot. Start scrolling through videos and find the types of videos that tug at your fucking heart and just keep going with them until it brings out tears. It's hard to explain what it does because I don't even know why I do it. I know it has to happen. And after, like, during it, I'll stop watching videos and I'll start letting all the shit that's been bothering me out through the tears. And then generally I go to sleep. And when I wake up for work, I'm in a way different mood.
It's got to be some sort of chemical reaction, I would think, right? Like that's what happiness is. Happiness is the release of endorphins, a chemical inside your brain.
Right.
So you would think that it's something similar when it comes to crying. I'm not a scientist, but you know,
I don't,
maybe.
when you feel like you're about to cry, honestly, if you ever do that, the next time you feel that, feel how heavy your body is. Your body becomes super heavy. And like it feels like you have goosebumps all over your body. Feel like next time, seriously. Next time you feel like you're about to cry, just feel
I can actually reflect a little bit to just a few weeks ago, which is only the second time I was just telling you about before that I actually cried, like sobbed, and that was that's when my wife lost the baby that I talked about on my different social medias and just explained that to everybody. But when that happened, the kids were at a friend's house and we were here by ourselves. She was upstairs. I went downstairs to the kitchen for something, and just the weight of everything, I started thinking about things, and it felt so heavy, and I just dropped. Like I went straight to the ground. Yeah. And it was unusual to me because when I got done, I was like, I can't believe that just happened. I was like, I cannot believe that. It was literally like a movie. Dropped down to my knees and just stayed there. It was awful.
Dude, it's like, and you said like it's only happened like a couple of times, but like if you think back the first time it ever happened, like the first time I ever cried without, I felt like nothing bad happened. I just started crying. I literally like said to myself, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, am I fucking crazy? What's happening right now?
But afterwards, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt weird as shit afterwards. I'm not gonna lie, I felt really awkward.
Because you're not used to it.
Yeah,
it's because you're not used to it.
Facts.
And like the dropping to your knees isn't a weakness in your legs or anything. It is all that weight that you're carrying, just finally saying "fuck you" and dropping you.
Yeah,
because you can't hold it up anymore.
Yep, definitely crazy to me. But yeah, so maybe onward and onward to some.
Let yourself try it. Let yourself try it.
Myself try.
I'm telling you, it's a fucking game changer.
It's a game changer.
As weird as that sounds, it's a fucking game changer.
Hey, honestly, if it helps people, it's perfect. That's all you need is for it to help you. If it's helpful to you, do it 110%. But if we want to move on to some lighter things here, Mikey, you've got a new podcast that you're a part of. It's the same network as your first one you were a part of, correct?
Yes.
It's kind of the same network.
Yeah.
So the first one you were a part of was remind me what the name is exactly. Is it Saturday Morning Roast Show?
Yeah, the Morning Roast Show
on Morning Roast
Twitch.
Show, just Morning Roast Show on
Yes.
Twitch. And you started there. How did that one start? How did you get in touch with Retro?
So I started following Retro. I think somebody introduced me to him. I forget who it was though. It doesn't matter. But I started going to his lives, and I don't know if you've ever been into one of Retro's lives on TikTok. But if you want to start every morning out great, he's a radio DJ on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's honestly phenomenal to just sit there. And he does like every like Thursday's roller rink Thursday. Like he'll bring like songs that you would like listen to in a roller rink, like shit like that. He makes it fun. Like he has games where people would call in and it says wrong answers only, and they're like, what color is the sky? And they say like 3, and like it's a fun game.
Yeah.
And so I just got involved with him, and then I met Megs, who was the third guy that was on that show. And then me and Aaron decided, we were talking to another gentleman, Flamingo Jackson Comedy, started Social Media Misfits, and I was like, hey, I want to bring Claude Joker on too, because we were all friends. And then this happened, and now Flamingo just exited the podcast, so now it's just down to me, Aaron, and Claude, but we're going to leave the 4th chair open for guests now. That's
cool. So you went from Saturday morning to the Social Media Misfits.
Yes.
What was that change about? Is it just a different time slot, or is it just a different concept altogether for the show? Like,
yeah, it's a different vibe.
Different vibe.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
Is it? So, what's the basic gist of the show to let everyone listening know? I mean, I've popped in a few times, so I kind of get it. But let everyone else know what the show is about.
Honestly, we don't even know yet.
Kind of like this one, kind of like a variety show where you just hop on, you bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. It's a variety show. Like, we don't even have topics like you guys. Like, you guys actually had like a mental health topic. Not this guy.
Just show up.
It just comes from what happens throughout the week leading up to it, really.
Yeah,
it's not pre-planned. It is usually that day we figure it out.
We cover all kinds of shit, man. We go based on who we're having on and what happened through the week. And sometimes we have topics that aren't so, fun-loving or all-encompassing and makes everybody happy. We have some controversial topics for our shows.
I mean, if we look back, we've done sports, we've done gaming, we've done conspiracy theories, we've done UFOs, we've done
paranormal,
fucking ghost, paranormal shit, politics. We go everywhere, and politically, we know we piss people off. And we don't give a shit.
Yep. It's the same as always, man. You can only be who you are, and you'll appeal to the right people.
100%. Right.
And I'm okay with that. That's another thing I'm learning. When it comes to myself and the show in general is I'm unapologetic anymore. I will put myself out there. I will stand my ground and stand in my beliefs and not back down. Yeah. So we're going to do what we do, and I don't care. And I hope it appeals to some, man. But you guys,
we're going to piss off YouTube.
Yeah, eventually. We have to get popular enough for that to happen, for YouTube to actually pay attention to us. But that's okay. We're not worried about that right now. But you guys look like you have a lot of fun over there on the Social Media Misfits, man.
We do.
And I enjoy it. And the nice thing about that one is you seem to have a good crowd too. Like you got some people that come in that really love you guys, and that is amazing. I love that.
Yeah, we get about 30 to 40 people in there.
Yeah, that's rocking, man. I noticed that the other night when I joined the show.
Aaron started streaming on Twitch too. Aaron started streaming it on Twitch too, so he's got his Twitch crowd, and we got picked up. His like brand is Vibe Radio, so now it's the Social Media Misfits brought to you by Vibe Radio.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
and we've been pretty excited about this show for this new season because we've got the new look. We're broadcasting live, which is not something that we did before. We played around with it a couple of times on TikTok and whatnot, but this platform has allowed for a lot of changes and for the better. So we're having fun with it too. So we hope to follow in your footsteps
with Blue Collar.
Yep, hooking up a Blue Collar Media Group has been fantastic.
Nice.
So yeah, kind of similar to your situation. It's cool how I can look at your show and kind of see a little bit of a mirror. You know, how it's kind of similar. I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're a part of that, because when I first started doing this and you were talking to me, you said that you wanted to get involved in it, or in podcasting itself, and I'm glad that you are able to do that now.
Yeah.
So
I got the whole setup too, man. We got the whole shebang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I fucking dig it. I dig it.
Yeah, my ex bought me all this cool. My ex bought me all this cool stuff.
Shit.
Awful nice of her.
Yeah. She didn't even take it back. Sucker.
It's a gift. She can't, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's yours now, baby.
Possessions 9/10.
So what are your plans for the future here? Whether it's with podcasting or with TikTok, do you plan on branching out at all? Do you see yourself doing anything else?
I don't know, man. To tell you the truth, I don't really know how any of this shit works. I just upload these videos and people apparently like them, but it's like, I want to start doing brand deals. Like I know my buddy Goose, he does a lot of commercials for people. And
that's cool.
His commercials is he's dogging them half the time. And then they send him free shit. And he's like, okay, that's pretty good. I'm like, you're a fucking genius, dude. Like he did dude wipes. He's like, who the hell uses dude wipes anyway? They're stupid as shit. And dude wipes sent him a whole care package. He's like, I take back what I said. I'm a piece of shit, he said.
Dude.
Corey, we need to start doing shit like that.
I've seen this happen. I've seen this happen. Actually, we had someone on from Twitch who kind of did that with Elgato and their camera. And he was saying that he'll take his 10-year-old camera and claim that that's better than Elgato's stuff any day. And he kept tweeting about it. And they sent him a fucking camera just because he was calling it out and saying, yeah, this one's better. This one's 10 years old, and I think it's better. Like, that shit works. You're right, Justin. Maybe we should try that out.
Yes, sir.
Like, man, this Shure MV7 microphone, I don't know about it, man. You should get us another one so we can test that one out, too. See how good that is, man.
100%.
Love it.
F&A, dude. So,
well, let's shoot higher. God.
So, aliens, are they here?
Wow, what a switch. God damn. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man. I want to go all over the place.
Yes.
100%.
They're living in the ocean, right?
Or amongst us.
Some of them are walking with us.
It's like that David Fravor episode from Rogan. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
You see the TikTok or the Tic Tac pill. See the Tic Tac pill coming out of the ocean? Hey, yes, Beanie was right. My God.
They do.
Yeah.
They live under the ocean.
That's, dude, I want to get into some more alien discussions and paranormal discussions on this show sometime soon, because I love that. I love that stuff so much. It makes me so happy.
Like we talked about in that one episode with the Tic Tac.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they come out of the ocean. Who the fuck do you think lives in Atlantis?
Yeah.
And why we haven't gotten fucking close to it.
Yo, have you seen some of the fish that come out of the ocean, though, from those deep depths? The crazy looking fish.
That fish with the fucking the flashlight.
Oh, the anglerfish. Yeah, but no, like crazy stuff, man.
It's like Luca.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
sea monsters, and then they come on land and they're human.
I haven't watched that movie.
Oh, Luke is
It's actually
amazing.
really good.
It's
Is
really
it a good one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you think.
Yeah, we'll have.
Disney's fucking with us again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start doing a Nonsense and Deep Thoughts movie review as well. What do you think?
I'm down. We can start with the new Top Gun.
Ooh, yes, I heard that one's really good. And then I want to roll over to the new Dragon Ball Super movie.
That's all you, homie.
I can't, dude. You know what? I might try to go see that tomorrow. The wifey might not like it, but I might try to go see that tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna watch the new. Oh my god, the new Lord of the Rings show on Prime.
I saw that there was something new about that coming out. Now, what is this one called?
I don't know. It's on Amazon Prime right now, though, so I'm gonna watch that tonight.
I saw.
I need to start watching the. What's that? The Dragon House.
House of Dragon.
House of Dragon.
Solid.
I need to start watching that.
Solid.
Yeah, and I heard that was done much better than the last season of Game of Thrones.
Well, everything in America was better than the last season of Game of Thrones.
So that last season, I can't
Jackasses.
believe they would. I can't believe they would rush it like that and just completely
They
annihilate the entire series.
Actually, I was literally just talking. So EBSCO Scranton, you know, Colin.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Colin, I didn't know this. Like, I knew Colin was a huge Star Wars fan, but he's an even bigger Game of Thrones fan. Like, when Game of Thrones started, he watched all of it live on TV. Him and his families would have parties every Sunday to watch Game of Thrones. Like, he's diehard.
I believe it. And that guy was big into anime, too. I loved going there because I could talk to him about anime all the time. I'm like, dude, I have nobody in real life I can talk about this stuff with. My best friend over here doesn't give two flying fucks about anime, so I can't talk to him about it.
Dude.
Jeez, man.
It's the Rings of Power. Okay, cool. Thank you. But like fucking with I was like, did you watch Kenobi yet? Because I wanted to talk to him about it. He's like, no, we didn't watch it yet. So finally he watched it. I was like, yes, we can talk about it. But then I was like, you're gonna watch House of Dragons? And then he went off. He's like, they could have made that last season into 2 seasons. That's what it should have been.
Mm-hmm. And what was that last season? Was only, what, 6 episodes?
Yeah.
It was short, yeah.
But supposedly they're coming out with a whole Jon Snow series, too.
That'd be awesome.
Well, it would be nice to hear more about that, because the whole plot twist with him at the end made no difference at the end of that series.
Like, if you didn't know he was a Targaryen, you
but it mattered for nothing.
I was late to that train. I didn't watch Game of Thrones until 2 years after it was over. I think I finally started watching it on HBO Max. Yeah. How many times did I tell you I watched the first episode and couldn't even get through it? At least 4 or 5 times while it was on. I couldn't get through that first fucking episode.
I've tried so hard to get my wife to watch it with me. Alex will not watch it with me. She won't watch it.
If you're listening to this,
it's worth it.
Stop.
Well, she just tries.
Stop being a jerk, Alex.
She just tries telling me that it's just like softcore porn. She's like, it's just sex.
But
I'm
it's
like,
not.
I'm like, no, no, it's way more than that.
Granted, there is some nudity, some very fine nudity.
There's quite a bit. Let's not lie about that. There's quite a bit.
The Dragon Queen when she came out of that fire,
with her baby dragons.
Oh man.
Justin about lost it, man.
Ooh. I think I fell in love.
Of course you did. Of course.
Yeah, a whole lot of incest too. Correct, Petey.
Yeah, that's what. See, and it took, I think, the 3rd watch through of that first episode to realize that's what was happening. I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's the one thing through the whole
then,
series I just wanted to punch people for.
Back then, that was a thing, though. That was a thing.
Bloodlines
amongst twins. The royalty thing, yeah, for sure. They wanted to keep their bloodline pure, right?
But
that's what
do you know anything about? Have you seen House of Dragons yet?
I have not watched it yet. I don't have HBO, so I don't get to watch it.
I got you, homie.
Okay, so what's cool about House of Dragons is that this takes place 180 years before the Queen of Dragons was and the Mad King. Like this.
Okay.
This is when the Targaryens were in full power, and it was when they were at their highest, and now it's showing you the fall of the Targaryens. It's badass, dude.
The one woman that I saw in the preview, I don't know if it was really the preview, but it was like the little ad for it on TV. She looked so much like Emilia Clarke. Like, they did a great job with casting. I'll give them that.
But she's not Daenerys.
Right. Yeah. But like they did a great job casting, like from family wise.
Well, the thing about the Targaryens is they were supposed to look elf-like.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like, you should see Daemon Targaryen.
Targaryen kind of got that Legolas look going.
He looks like Legolas.
Yeah, it is kind of wild. But man, I'm so we're kind of backwards right now. So the one show that her and I are watching again is NCIS. We're like an old married couple, man. We watch NCIS because Gibbs is awesome.
But I watch. You're old and you're married, so
yeah, I know, man. I'm getting there. I got the grays going on, but that was
Criminal Minds for me. That was Criminal Minds for me.
Yeah, or CSI Miami. Horatio with the little sunglass tilt.
Horatio.
Yeah, something about those crime dramas there. I don't know what it is,
dude. I don't know what it is at all.
And you know what's going to happen. You always know what's going to happen, man. You always know.
You're like sitting there like, oh, shit.
Trying to fucking figure everything out by yourself. I've actually sat there by myself trying to figure shit out. Like, you know what? It's a TV show. It'll work itself out. I'll just watch. I don't need to think about anything.
Yep.
Trying to like put myself in their shoes, like, oh man, so they got this, and that. It points to this guy, but there could be a twist. Maybe it's someone else. And then I just stop. I turn the brain off. I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
I've seen this episode 9 times and I'm still surprised. I can't believe that fucker did it.
Now, for sure. Corey, did you never finished Dexter, did you?
No. We went up. Can we say spoiler alert for anybody listening? Spoiler alert.
The show's so fucking old.
I know, but we watched up to the point where his woman got killed.
Yeah, that's
when we stopped.
Did me in, and then
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
The ending
that pissed you off too?
The ending for Dexter was the worst ending in TV history.
I beg to differ. Lost was way worse.
Oh yeah, Lost pissed me off too, man.
Lost was way worse.
But Lost pissed you off because Lost they were all dead.
Yeah,
it was a waste of time to watch the fucking show.
This ended where
there's a new series.
Yeah, I know there's a new series. His wife and child, his serial killer wife, who he let his child go with to like Paris, France, because that's one thing you do is let your kid go with a complete psychopath, and then you just end working in a lumber yard. Like that's it. He's working in a lumber yard.
Intriguing.
I mean, it could have been The Sopranos, and it could have just gone black.
See, I never watched Sopranos.
There's been a lot of terrible endings to shows. Lost was a big waste of time because everybody who was into that show. My dad at the time was super into it, so that's why I watched it. And you got so invested into this for at the end to it, none of it having ever been real. They were all dead from the beginning.
Yeah, but to be fair, they did keep you guessing the entire series, and then at the end you get that twist.
Yeah, but Lost turned into a real piece of shit for me when they went back in time and they started.
Okay, yeah. I give you that.
I hated that season.
I give you that one.
When they were trying to get in the bunker.
And then The Sopranos, where I forget his fucking name, but they came into the diner. And then it just goes black. Well, did they fucking kill him? Now the guy's gone. You can't even fucking make a movie to see what happened afterwards.
I need more people to talk about anime with. That's what I need. Not enough people I know like anime, dude.
I tried to get into it, dude.
There's so many good ones.
The anime that I did watch recently was Arcane.
Okay. And listen,
It's
there's
not so
there's
much of an anime like you watch, but it was good.
Well, see, there's the thing too, is I'm branching out a bit. I'm trying to watch stuff that's not strictly based on fighting and that kind of story building. Like I still have my fair share that I love that it's all about fighting, of course. But there's other ones, man. There's one that I keep thinking about checking out just because everyone talks about it is Food Wars. It's like a cooking competition anime. The only problem with that is I'm going to watch this freaking anime with all this fake food that's based on real food, and I'm going to get hungry as hell.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm going to want to be making all these recipes that you're seeing in a cartoon. I just did the most blasphemous thing. I called anime a cartoon, but fuck, it's animated.
It is. It is a cartoon.
And most of it's not for kids.
Yeah.
So don't say, oh, you still watch anime, man? That's for kids.
Listen, I've watched
anime
one.
is not for kids. Don't let your kids watch this stuff.
One anime, and that was because of my kid. That was it.
Yeah.
The Haikyuu, and it was about sports, so I'm okay with that. Volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
I actually learned a lot about volleyball too.
My wife's in there in chat saying, "Stay out of my kitchen." I guess I'm not allowed to ruin her kitchen by trying to cook all this anime stuff. You got it, babe. I'll stay out of your way. Keep preparing those delicious meals for me, and we got nothing to worry about.
Or start watching Food Wars and start cooking them the shit that's on the show.
You still doing the gym?
I haven't been in a few months, so I was doing so well, dude. I was doing so well. I had lost 60 pounds, and I ended up straining my back in January. So I was out for 2 or 3 weeks. I got back to the gym for about a week, and I caught COVID.
Damn.
So I had COVID for a week, which changed to pneumonia. I had that for a few weeks and ended up in the hospital 2 or 3 times and ended up with a blood clot in my left forearm. So I was out like sick from work for over a month. And then for the next month or 2 after that, I couldn't breathe properly. And then I just couldn't find the time. I was nervous about going back.
Man, your body just said you were a real piece of shit for that little while, huh?
You ain't kidding, man. Like I had to go get blood tests. Found out I have this blood condition called factor V, which causes me to clot a lot easier than most people. So now at 36 years old, I get to be on blood thinners for the rest of my life.
Let's go.
The bonus about that is I could get I get my fill of alcohol quicker. And I'm a lot cheaper date when it comes to drinking. So
he is.
You know,
he
had
is.
a real shitty year, to be honest. Only Real Plus was finding about Jess and the kids. What's that about?
Okay, so Jess and the kids. I found out that I have another sister. So never knew about it. My father never knew about it. She reached out to my father. Her dad passed away when she was young. Her mom passed away when she was 20. And she did a 23andMe test and found out she was not a match with her aunt. So she had heard rumors and reached out to my dad. They did a paternity test, and he was a 99.999% match. So I have a 40-year-old sister, and I have a niece and nephew.
That's awesome, man.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to find out that I have more family. And we had the niece and nephew come up a few months ago now. Good Lord, the summer just flew by, man. But they came up a few months ago and got to hang out with us for a little bit. And she's coming up in November to meet us all finally. And that's definitely the one of the few bright spots on this year. That's for sure. Another one being this podcast and moving things along with Justin, and now Jared joined us backstage there doing the producing and helping us with everything, keeping it run smoothly. So we've got some good stuff going on right now, and best of all, we're getting into spooky season, which means that we're about ready for campfire season. So we're having our first campfire tonight. I'm stoked about that. I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm excited to sit around the fire, man. It's just relaxing.
Facts.
It's
That it is.
gorgeous, and the nights have been nice and cool, so I am ready for this. I'm ready for shorts and a hoodie and to just chill out by the fire with a drink in my hand.
Let's go.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
forgot about
man.
HolyCon.
I forgot about HolyCon. That's another bright spot. It's one of the few. HolyCon was awesome. We had a bunch of our Twitch streamer friends come up to my place and hang out. That was a good time, man.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
gonna say, I'll pop in for that one since I was there.
Yes, sir.
I enjoyed it. I obviously met Holy before that, but it was a great time meeting everybody else too. All the people that watch you, and it was
We had what?
definitely-
King and Allie come up from Florida.
Yep.
Mhm. Goody came up. Goody came down
from
with his
Michigan.
fiance from Michigan, or wife, right? Fiance. Which is it?
Yeah,
I can't remember. Fiance. That's what I thought so. Okay. Yeah.
And then Scoobs and Nisi down
New
from
Hampshire.
again.
Yep. Some friends from New York. Lisa.
Then we had
And her
some
family,
Aussies
Tyler.
that wanted to come over.
Yeah. Yo, Mikey, you're gonna have to get up here one of these weekends as well for a campfire. I
Yes,
know we've been
sir.
talking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
But when you're free, reach out. If you're free and looking for something to do, reach out and come on up.
All right, brother.
It'll be a good time. And now I know you said you had a limited amount of time, and we're about reaching that time. So if you have anything else that you want to plug for everybody to let them know where to find you, or if you have anything coming up, any kind of events coming up or things they should look out for, let them know about that stuff too, man.
No, I'm just chilling, bro. Got
So
everything.
let's get those numbers
Perfect.
up. Let's bump those follows up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get you an extra 10 maybe from our podcast.
Yeah. Help
That
this
makes
dude.
a
Help
huge
this dude hit
difference.
that 1 million mark. Help this dude hit that 1 million
It's
mark.
been a
He's getting
struggle,
there.
bro. It's been
You
a
just
struggle.
need a couple more good viral videos, brother. That's all you need.
Facts.
I wanna bump this one up too. I want to bump our podcast count up to about 1,000. That's what I want to get to.
Let's
That's
go.
my goal for the end of the year, is to
Yeah.
get this podcast about 1,000 followers by the end of the year.
Let's do it.
And each-
okay.
it's
thought you
it's a lot of
meant
work, man.
views
I've been
per
hustling.
episode. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I've been hustling, man. I've been trying my best, and
You got
I'm
to.
hoping that we're putting out good content that people enjoy watching. And I'm telling you, man, I've got something in the works, and I'm hoping that it pans out the way I'm hoping it does. And it's exciting. It's exciting times for me. I feel like all the hard work is finally paying off, and the more we move forward with this, the better it's going to be. So,
Yeah.
fucking excited. That's it. That's all there is
I'm
to it.
happy for you, brother.
Appreciate that, man.
Happy
Yo, Mikey,
for both of you.
I'm happy that you got to hang out with us today. And you are welcome back whenever you want to come on and hang out.
Anytime, man.
And we could chat about anything. I know today we kind of carried over from last week's mental health discussions, but you are welcome to come on and talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about, brother.
All right, bring me back for the titty episode.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
I'm down. Let me know
So-
when that one is too.
Yeah. So next week's episode, everybody, we will be live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday night next week. We will probably be without Justin. He will probably be picking up some overtime hours to help pay for that house that he is getting soon enough, baby. Just a
13
few
days,
few
motherfucker.
short weeks away, man. Few short weeks away before he closes. And I'm super excited when he does close, because we are going to set up a nice little studio space for him. So don't forget,
That
Thursday
is.
night, we will be live everywhere you can watch us live, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. And as always, you can find us after the fact on audio on Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever the hell you listen to podcasts. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And we will see you next time.
Later.
See y'all. Be good.
All right, y'all. It's the Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast.